Hey air signs, welcome to my channel, Lighting Your Sunshine, where we like to shine a light within and find empowerment within ourselves. So this is your weekly reading for what we have to look forward to. And we're gonna be using a bunch of steampunk cards today. So I've got Victorian steampunk, and then I just got regular steampunk, and then I've got some clarifiers here. So let's just hop in and see what we get to look forward to. Okay, so it looks like this week, air signs good for you, right? Because right off the bat, we had the Devil card, which is usually, okay, the Devil card means like, it's any situation that's been kind of keeping us trapped, or it's just cycles. It's like it could be addictions, or just anything that keeps you stuck, any karmic cycle. And so right off the bat, it's in reverse. So right off the get-go on a Monday, I don't know what you did on the weekend. I don't remember what we said last week, but congratulations, because you finally completed a cycle. You finally stopped drinking the poison. So give yourself a pat on the back. And so we had a lot of cards come flying out, and this is almost too many. So we're gonna put these back. What I'm seeing from this card is that, so we got a mechanical crow, and we got the blue jewel, and then we've got the jewel here in the skull. And it looks like it's a ram or a goat or whatever. And so I feel like you were stuck in a karmic cycle in these gears. And it's just like, no matter what, sometimes things could trigger you. And it's just a cycle you didn't even know had control over you. But here we've got the skull, and the important thing is these two jewels. And so it's like you complete it, you're like, enough is enough. You're like, I'd rather cut the head off, because this is just a head, and see. I want to see. Whereas here it was that wheel, now is that third eye intuition. Like you really, oh, there's another bird on here too. Oh, there's two birds. Whatever it is with these birds, oh, you spoke your truth. You spoke up, right? Because here, these birds, they have rings on them, and this one has the masculine symbol, and this one has the feminine symbol, and they couldn't talk, right? So you took off that, and you spoke. You spoke something, and you ended the cycle. It's done. You are free to be in your heart, and you see clearly. Congrats, I'm so proud of you. That's amazing. So what else do we have to look for? We've got the Two of Beetles. Two of Beetles. And we got the yin yang here. And so the beetles are pentacles. So that's you balanced the scales. There was always something that was not fair, not equal, right? And you finally did it. You brought everything into unity. And from there, we've got the Knight of Moths, which okay, so I'm hearing the song by Adele. I'll just show you that. Knight of Moths. And I'm hearing Adele's song, Set Fire to the Rain. I set fire to the rain, watched it burn as it slipped away. I need a little bit bit more clarifying for that. This was a situation, okay, so the one I got was the 9 of Moths. So these are wands. So 9 of Wands is like, it's not the happiest card to have, right? But this is the clarifier. And so that makes sense because here we had the Knight of Wands and it's setting fire to the rain. Rain, water is emotions. You figured something in your emotions and you fixed it and you solved it. And here we have this little wheel or cog on his back, and you like set fire to it. You like freed yourself from this burden. The monkey's off your back. And so we'll pull 2 more from this deck, and then we're going to move on to our other steampunk cards because one. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, one more, and then I can show you what I got. And then 2. I always say that. 2 more, and then when I pull 1, it's 2. Okay, so these 2 go over here by itself. What do we got here? We got 8. Okay. Let me just look at these cards because this is matching up to the story. But it's just so boggling that so many of these are well shuffled. These are really well shuffled. Just, okay. It's not a coincidence. Okay. So you had the Knight, right? You freed yourself from this burdensome situation. The next one that I got was the 10 of Moths. So 10, and I said set fire, you literally burned all these. The 10 is completion. It's done. It's packing up your things and going home. It's like no longer this, I don't know what situation you freed yourself from, but congratulations. Because over here, we had 8 and 9 of dragonflies. And dragonflies are all about transformation, right? And this is a beautiful reading. This is not a mistake. 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups is like there's just so much going on. It's like a need to almost detox, a need to let go. And the 9 of Cups is actually, and so you got the little sun there. So that's perfect. That will help me with my point. Or is that a compass? It's a sun. Sunshine on a rainy day because you set fire to the rain and now you've got the sunshine. This is complete contentment. This is happy. This is like something kept you trapped and a prisoner in your own psyche, and you fixed that and you shifted that and you freed yourself. You spoke up. You got the monkey off your back. You no longer have this like residue from a past memory that will ever affect you again. So when things now come back, right? Because I feel like these things will come to you and it would make you so sad, or it could, you could be so happy and then this thing could just pull you back. And maybe sometimes you didn't even know that it was there because it was just so suppressed, but it was a burden. And so you detoxed, you went within, you realized what had to stay, what had to go, and then you found total contentment. And so I don't even know what this deck will say, because like that in itself is a complete story. So spirit, what is going on for all my Geminis, Libras, and Aquariuses? I set fire to the rain, watched it burn as I All right. So first off, the first card we got was the Hanged Man. And so this card is, for myself, it reminds me of Odin, Norse mythology. So Odin, he went to the Tree of Life and the Norns, and he was a seeker of knowledge, right? He wanted to know more and more and more. And so the thing about, and especially if you watched Vikings, you know how there was the seer and he was male. That's not typical back in that time. The seers, the ones who were connected and the gift of sight, they were generally female, right? So the fact that Odin went and he asked, can you please teach me how to divinate the ruins? He hung himself from the tree. He chose to hang himself, right? Because the Hanged Man isn't a bad card. It's a change in perception. And so he put himself on this tree, and no matter what came to him, he almost was like near death, right? But he's like, no, I'm going to work through this, because with that, this card comes very connected to the Hanged Man, right? Because this had control of him, right? This is normal life. And like, as he was going through these sufferings and things like that, he was like, nope, don't help me. Because it's not until you kind of get to the brink that you kind of can come back even more, you know? I'm gonna leave that story at that, but it's an interesting one if you wanted to look more into it. And so what you did is you changed your perspective. You put yourself in a situation that probably wasn't comfortable, but it was very, very beneficial to you. So congratulations, that is so awesome, right? And so the next one that came was the Page of Cups. And so Page of Cups, what are we getting from this? You know, pages are usually, right, it goes page, knight, queen, king. Pages are like there at the court. They're usually like young energy, but cups are emotions. And so we actually had two pages come out at the same time. So there's a Page of Wands, which on this side with the steampunk was all wands. That's why I was like, why are only wands coming out? Moths, I mean, wands are moths. And so here, it's moving on, right? So what they're showing me is this plane, and it's going so fast. And it's like this girl's just standing here, and she's just like totally composed, right? The Page of Wands, on the other hand, they're ones that are kind of like quick action, right? And so you see here, she has a mechanical arm because she did jump before she could think, right? And so whatever you did to actually go within and change things from this has really put you in this power. And that's where the real forward moment came. That's when you truly sat in your power as the emperor. And so an emperor, right? Think like a king. He has to make such tough decisions. He has to think about everybody in the land. And he can't let emotions and things like that dictate him, right? He can't favor something over another. He really has to think like whole as the collective. And so I think that that's what you did, is like before emotions were controlling you, and now you're seeing so clear, right? And because you're seeing clear, now you can speak your heart very clear. And the final card for you to wrap up, air signs, is the World card, right? Where are we? We got a little air. There you are. Okay, so she's down here by this wand. What symbol is that one? Air signs. I believe last week you were connected to earth signs. So that one's water. That fire. Oh, it's fire. So both of them, so here's you with this wand, and you've alchemized, you've changed things, you've literally transmuted whatever this huge thing on your back is, the emotions. And here we got fire. So she's showing like you totally set fire to anything that was blocking you. And so one clarifier says, go out and just look for a sign this week. And there's more wands here. I wonder what that has to do. So I don't know, if you're out in your week and you notice a wand or a sign, or like for some reason I'm even seeing like someone's gonna see a picture of like an angel or something, or like something literally pointing to something, and it's just gonna be like directly there for them. So yeah, if this, well, I guess it might not resonate with you quite yet, or it's something you're going to experience this week, but either way, I am so proud of you, air signs, because we're intellect. We truly get stuck, and we can be thinking and thinking and thinking, but you finally see clearly, and that's such a huge, I don't think you understand how huge it is, the thing that you worked through this week. So bye, air signs. If this resonated, can you please hit a thumbs up? And if you want to see some more videos, hit the subscribe button. And I truly appreciate all your love and support. Bye, guys.